Welcome into the studio at Two Girls Treasure. I'm Diane Pruitt, and we are getting ready to accessorize our bedroom set. The chest of drawers is done. We have the headboard corrected and in process. This is going to look so good. I did get the green, our sage green and cream combo into the carvings and wiped it back over the top edge so that we can keep our blue. I've got our roses in place. Yesterday afternoon, I got the leaves painted. Today, I will coordinate the colors of the roses to match the chest of drawers, and we will add a lovely bed tray. It's not lovely right now. It's very dirty, just just old dirt, y'all. It just looks so dingy, and we need to fix that. So we're going to fix that with some beautiful Rethunk Junk paint by Laura. We'll coordinate this to go with our bedroom set so that now not only do we have a headboard and a chest of drawers, but we have the coordinating bed tray. So when you want to make your bedroom look amazingly cottage, you'll have accessories to go with it as well. I'm going to flip this over. It's just dingy, y'all. It looks like it's got coffee spills all over it that never got cleaned up. And the funny thing is, this actually looks like it's an MDF product, a manufactured, made to look like wood product. I think the only thing on here that's wood are the legs, but it will still make a beautiful product. It will be a beautiful accessory. You can use it as a riser on your chest or your vanity. This would be great for your vanity tray. But we're going to top to bottom this one because it just needs it. It's so, so dingy. And I'm sure at one point it was a beautiful white piece, and it's just not anymore. Here's where Rethunk Junk Paint by Laura comes in so super handy. This is what it's made for, y'all. I want that sticker off because it will no longer have the manufacturer's "we made a piece of junk that's not going to last" sticker. I shouldn't say that. It's lasted this long. We're going to doll it up and make it last even longer. I just hate junky furniture. I hate junky accessories. And I really hate dingy pieces. So we're going to fix this up. That's just sticky, sticky. Let's get some prep on that. And that'll take it off. Sticky off with it. Prep really does its job, y'all. Don't skip the prep. If you've been with us through this series, we started last week with our waterfall chest of drawers. It had a lot of problems too. So, correcting issues with furniture has been our theme for the past week. We fixed the drawers with the waterfall so that they are useful, they open and close like you expect them to. And then we started on the headboard, which we did not paint. Therefore, we ended up with a resist when we got ready to put these stripes on. The paint was peeling back off when we pulled the tape. That's not what you want. That's never what you want. So we went through some processes and dug in deep yesterday, really scrubbed it down so it would stick. We took our Scotch Brite and our prep And whatever was on that section of the headboard, and it wasn't the whole headboard, it was just that center section, but whatever was there, we scrubbed off, painted, and taped again. And guess what? Worked just fine. It worked just fine. So today, I need to grab a couple of paint brushes, the smaller ones, so that we can dig into this bed tray. These, this is what we need. So I'm going to start with a 2 inch. I'm going to do the thing I always do, and I'm going to mist these bristles. We are going to do our blend of Hydrangea Kiss and Morning Mist. And we are going to do the whole tray. I probably could take these legs off real quick and this little flippy thing. Let me start with those because we don't want any interference with our paint. These are going to interfere. So we'll take that off. And let me grab my little wrench. There we go. My favorite pair of pliers, actually, will do a really nice job here. And we're just going to pop these legs off and we'll paint those separately. That way, we get the entire base done and we get the entire legs done. There's no white space when we're finished. Because if we leave these on and just flop them back and forth while we paint, one, we're going to mess up the paint, and two, we're not going to get all of it. So we're going to just take these nuts and bolts off of these legs and make this a whole lot easier to get to. There's no simple way to reach in here. So we'll just flip it around. Lefty loosey, righty tighty, right? That also depends on which way you're standing. I don't know, it's always confused me. I remember someone teaching me that when I was working on a car, and I'm like, you're standing on the other side of me. So lefty loosey is my righty tighty. And on camera, it's even more backwards. So you just find the way, you find the way that it loosens up and take that sucker right off of there, okay? There we go. One and one and done. We still have to get the bolt out, but we've got the legs off. Let me put these back together so that we don't lose the hardware. And I don't have a container on the table, so we're going to need to be careful with those. And I've got the screw. Oh, and the washer. There we go. Take that out. A little bit of sawdust. Glad we're not done cleaning. I thought I was. I am clearly not. There we go. All right, let's take this apart. Guess I should have done this before I prepped, huh? It's okay. You just take it apart as you go. It's another one of those find what works for you situations. And around we go. Do, do. There we go. Off with you. And presto magico, the legs are off. And yes, this is my favorite pair of pliers, and yes, I use it as a hammer as well. It does a great job, doesn't it? There we go. That one didn't want to come out. All right. The problem children have been removed. Any dust, sawdust has been removed. Now let's move forward. It's going to be a little rocky because it has that really cute scalloped edge. Let's go ahead and get our hydrangea kiss on here. And once we get the hydrangea kiss laid out, this is not a really large area. I'm not worried about it drying too quickly. It's nice and cool this morning. I don't know that we're expecting rain today, but we are expecting more rain. Thank the Lord. We need it. So maybe we can end April on less of a rain deficit in South Carolina. All right. I'll smooth that all out after we blend in our morning mist. And you know what? It's the bottom, so I'm not going to say that it's less important, but it's less important that this is exact, but it's great practice to get smooth lines, a nice even blend, so that all of our pieces coordinate. Now, since this is the bottom of the tray and we're going to flip it over, I'm not going to paint this right now. I can flip it over and leave this section wet, and then we can get these edges after the top is dry. Makes sense? I think that's how we're going to roll forward. Anyway, just so we have good coverage top and bottom. And once we get, oh, what a difference. Once we cover up the hideous on this thing, then we'll stripe it. Now, we probably won't get to the stripes today. I want to make sure this dries really well before we stripe. Because we're working on an MDF surface, I absolutely don't want to damage the paint or pull any of the surface apart. This will last a little bit longer when it's painted and it's taken care of. This was clearly not taken care of. I like to take care of things in my home. Not everybody does. I'm not here to judge, I'm here to fix. And again, since this is not a really large surface and it is nice and cool today, I'm going to go ahead and paint the whole thing in Hydrangea Kiss. Then I'm going to get a bigger brush, mist those bristles, and we're going to get our morning mist and we're going to blend this into the top. And remember, you can go top to bottom to move that second color all the way across. And then just move it across your edges. And just like that, this is so much more beautiful, so much more beautiful. Oh, you know what? You are not wrong about that. You're really not. I wish I had the time to do that. I do have someone who makes our wood products for us, but this is not one that I'm going to study a long time on. This will make a really nice accessorial tray for our bedroom set, and I shouldn't be so harsh about the material because it is still in one piece and it has lasted this long. We dated this back to the 80s, which cracks me up because that's not old. That's not old, but that's 40 years. And this has lasted for 40 years. So we're just gonna put our Rethunk Junk paint on it and we're gonna make sure that it lasts maybe for another 40. I'm not saying the paint will hold it together, but I'm saying the paint will do a job. So we'll go ahead and dress this. And it'll be all right. It doesn't have to be the most spectacular piece. The goal, 100% of the time, is to keep it out of the landfill. That's the goal. If this were a really super old bed tray, we wouldn't be painting it. So I'm going to go all the way around these edges. I think I have almost enough paint in my bristles to at least cover this with one good coat. That is going to look so good. I love it. I really do love this combination with Hydrangea Kiss and Morning Mist. I love Hydrangea Kiss, but it's strong. So the Morning Mist tempers that and kind of tones it down a little bit. It really does give us a cute cottage finish. So we're going to put that brush there. And I am probably going to go ahead and turn the fan on, even though it's a little cool. That fan will help us get this dry very quickly. There we go. I might even turn the heat on and not just the fan. I really need that fan though, don't I? I think the heat will help us tremendously though. All right, we'll pop that heat on and we will tip this. I'm going to tip it toward me so you can see, and we'll just go again. Hydrangea Kiss. You see how bold Hydrangea Kiss is by itself? And when I say it's bold, I don't mean that in like a purple or a flamingo kind of way. I mean it's bold for a cottage color. It's a very strong, beautiful blue. And I adore Katie's color. I really do. But I want it just a little bit softer. And that's where our morning mist does a job. Check your ridges and your edges as you're going. Always check your ridges and your edges. There we go. And just a touch. We'll lighten that up and give us a beautiful finish all the way around that edge. I love it. I'm going to make sure the bolt holes are squished out. so that the paint's not dripping down in because that makes it hard to put your hardware back together. And I'm going to check these ridges again to make sure we don't have any drips or runs and that we have really good coverage there too. That looks fantastic. This is going to make a really beautiful cottage finish tray. Even if I don't put the legs back on it, I'll be able to still use it as a tray. So we'll go hydrangea kiss across the top one more time. We'll do these edges and then we'll have to stop on this one. There we go. Until this long side dries. And a blend of morning mist over hydrangea kiss. I'll come back and do the inside of the handle with a smaller brush. Ridges and edges are nice and clean. And there we go. I wish I could flip it one more time right now, but I need to let it dry. So we're going to flip this back down and we'll let the heat do its job. Coffee sip break. It's been so dry and it's pollen season, and that's a bad combination, these parts. All right, let's do the piece that holds the tray legs in place. And yes, I'm going to do all four sides because we don't want this ugly. And I'm going to come down to just right here. That way I can continue to hold it and do all four sides. Probably shouldn't have done all four sides at one time, huh? It's okay. I'm pretty excited to wrap up the big pieces and do some coordinating smaller pieces. I hope you got a chance to check out Pentart USA yesterday afternoon at 1 o'clock Eastern. If you did not, go back and watch. They did a jean jacket project. It's so cute. I did not get to participate because I was working on that brick wall out in front of the entry to the store. Check your ridges and edges, just like that. There we go. I'll stand this up to dry right here. I'm sure it'll stand, right? Nope. All right, we'll lay it right there. But it looks like there were a lot of people participating and some super cute jean jackets were made. Did you know you can decoupage on jeans and jean jackets? Natural fiber products, your linen shirts. I have one that I have dolled up. I probably should have worn it today. And I love my art shirt. And if you've missed any of this series, all you have to do is go back and replay. We're on the YouTube channel because they don't delete our videos. We have a lot of work to get done today. We are making progress at Pearl Furniture Gallery in downtown Darlington. I'm really excited for us to be able to bring you a new furniture store, not just a new store, but with new furniture. I still love my vintage, but not everybody does. And that's okay. You know what? A lot of people love the combination of new and old. And with Two Girls Treasure and Pearl Furniture Gallery, we're going to have the best of both worlds for you right here in the heart of South Carolina. Very excited. All right, I'm checking the ridges and edges. That is not my glump. That looks like glue, and there's not a lot I can do about that. So that is not my glump of paint. Just not. All right, I'm going to come down halfway on this leg. And then we'll set this in front of the fan to dry as well. All right, that will dry quicker like that. And we'll do the other one. You're not wrong. You know, this looks like one of the pieces out of a louvered door. So making the matching pieces wouldn't be very difficult, but it's not on my timeline. But you are not wrong. Thank you for the suggestion. I love when creative minds get together and go, you could. Yes, yes, we could. I love it. But I promise I'll talk to our awesome woodworker and say, hey, can you do this? Because we have other trays I can disassemble. You are not wrong. All right, squishing it out. I'm going to spritz this because it's a little dry. And then we'll add our morning mist. And if you know me, you know. If you don't know me, I'll tell you. I love a color that's not definable. And what I mean by that is anybody can take a jar of paint and use the same color over and over and over and over again. But if you think outside the box, you take your colors and you use them. You use them so that you can create something unique, different. And I'm all about that. Let's see if that's looking pretty good. Almost dry on the top. Use the back of your hand. We still have a little bit of damp around the edges, so I'll tip it. Check for paintbrush bristles while I'm looking. But I saw that one. I don't see any more. We're going to cover this center section, so any imperfections in the tray itself, we're going to cover over. And we may do a little bit of work on these edges. I don't know. I have some ideas though. Oh, I know what we can do. I know. I'm going to see if I can put a little bit of color in these handles. And ooh, our edges are dry. Oh no, we didn't paint this edge yet. I better spin that back around and put this side in the dryer. There we go. All right, let's do one more coat for really good coverage. Here we go. And we'll get this first color on, second color. You don't have to use the same colors as me. Use whatever colors make your heart happy and coordinate with your decor or your project that you're working on. If you're doing a bedroom suit, a bed tray is a perfect accessory. Pardon me. It's that seasonal allergy thing. It's killing me, y'all. It's trying to kill me. Nice, smooth, even strokes so that it will lay down nice and smooth for you. The paint is self-leveling, but that doesn't mean you don't have to do your job. Your job is to put the paint on nice and smooth so that when it levels, and it will, you have a beautiful finish. You want a beautiful finish? Do your part, let the paint do the rest. Don't overwork the paint. You just don't have to. Back in the old days when we had to walk to school uphill both ways in the snow, you had to work the paint to get it to smooth down and level out, or you'd have big clumps. Not anymore. Rethunk Junk paint is famous for self leveling. So if you haven't used it, this spring is a great time to try it out. You see what I can do with it. I can only imagine what your amazing imagination could create. I'm going to bring that back and forth, and then I will smooth my lines so that I have a beautiful finish here. And then we'll come back around our sides. And then I'm going to take the small brush and I'm going to make sure my handles don't have paint lumps. Check your ridges and your edges. Smooth it down. Make sure you don't have lumps of paint, drips, runs. Make sure they're not there so that your tray will dry. And then we can doll it up with some stripes and some transfers. I'm excited to do this project, y'all. I'm going to go so that I can doll up my roses. This will dry. We can paint the other end of the legs and the little flippy thing. We'll get the other two sides and we'll do the bottom coat one more time. And then tomorrow, Thursday, we'll run some of our sage and cream stripes on here and we'll make this even more beautiful. Then we will have a complete bedroom suit. We might do some more pieces to it, but tomorrow's our deadline. We've got to get everything wrapped up, get this finished so we can get it on the floor 2 weeks in. And we've got a chest of drawers, a headboard that's a full queen, and now we'll have a bed tray. We might do a couple of little small accessories throughout this day, but they will all feature our beautiful Rethunk Junk paint by Laura. With our cottage finish, we've used Hydrangea Kiss, Morning Mist, fresh sage blended with our custom cream so that we have this softer tone of sage green. We've used our prep really well and it has saved our tail when we were doing the stripes on the headboard. We've used our Juliet mold set. We have used our trimmings for mold set, and we used our Alumilite quick cast resin. I don't know what else. Oh, all the reds and pinks. We got all the reds and pinks out on the table. Tough top in a low luster so that we don't have a shiny finish because it's cottage, but it is sealed. So we have done some work here. I'm so glad you had the chance to join us. One more day tomorrow, and we'll finish up the bed tray, make it beautiful, And we're going to get ready for the Iron Orchid Designs Summer 2026 collection release. It's beautiful. And that's all I can say about that. Watch for the teasers. Please join us on our Facebook page for all the photos and some short reels of the work we've been doing. Stop in so you can see that beautiful brick wall entrance and shop the store. We have some great things in store for you here. Looking forward to bringing you not only Two Girls Treasure, but Pearl Furniture Gallery as well. Y'all are going to love it. I hope you have a beautiful day. Take care of yourself and take care of each other. I'll see you right back here in the studio tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Bye, y'all.